I have not been on live in a while. It's been a minute. I'm on rooftop, so the rooftop is a high rooftop. As you can see, this white here is reflecting all of the light. How are you guys doing? It's been a minute. It's been a minute, but it's been some good times and some challenging times, I'm sure. But look, we're here together. We're here together right now. Thank you so much for stopping by Clari-T Media just to check out what I'm up to. I'm up here on the roof as usual, getting some fresh air before I go out, buy myself some dinner. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm checking out my lane here. I'm sorry. Just checking out the little activity here. That's a beautiful shot of Negril, Jamaica, West End cliffs of Negril, Jamaica, just before sunset. It's beautiful out. Yeah, beautiful. Sky's looking pretty good. Wind's not too high, but we've got a great breeze right now. I hope you guys are all doing all right. I hope you're doing all right. Hear the roosters in the background. Thank you to the roosters for the sound effects. Yeah, this is real Jamaica, and this tree right here, for example. Okay, okay. So that was a goat down there, and that's a rooster back there that you hear. And this is a guinnip tree. Yeah, oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to turn it around on me, but yeah, that's the guinnip tree. And I think the goats are listening to their owners come back, and so they're responding to the owners. Okay, so anyway, I was saying, welcome to everybody. I got to put my shades on because it's so bright out. Um, I hope you're doing well. It's Alicia Mayo, CEO and founder of Clari-T Media. Thank you for joining me right now. Just a quick update on can I retire in Jamaica? Yeah, I've retired in Jamaica, but not permanently, not full time. Still waiting for the PICA process to wrap up. It's a long passport immigration customs agency process if you want to become a resident, a permanent resident here in Jamaica. But it is a process that you too can make it through. It's, you know, it just takes a little while. The sooner you start your application process, the better. Everything is now being processed online, so that's a good thing. I'm happy about that. I'm trying to keep the camera still too, sorry. I do have you guys on a tripod, but I'm afraid, hold on. Yeah, so the PICA immigration process is still a little tricky, and that kind of goes along with what's happening all over the world. You know, people aren't being able. They're not being approved. Hold on a second. My wires are all wrapped up. Sorry. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button while I try and get this shot together. Okay. Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit the tripod down and then talk to you guys like this with the sky in the background. How about that? All right, and my waistline. All right, so like I was saying, the passport immigration process has gone on now for me for about 2 years. Yeah, it's been about 2 years now. It's been a long process, you know, so don't take it lightly. You know, if you think you want to live in Jamaica or in the Caribbean for that matter, I would say to you to apply early. Make sure you have your all of your money saved for the fees. You know, there's an application fee for becoming a permanent resident, and there are requirements in terms of the dollar amount that you invest here in Jamaica. You know, you have to invest in some way, and they're going to look at that, and they want to see your bank statements so that they can see how you're spending money in Jamaica. For sure, you must invest in Jamaica if you want to become a permanent resident in some way. And so my way was to invest in real estate, and I think to me the real estate market in Jamaica right now is so hot. It's on fire. I mean, you can get beautiful lots, quarter acre lots for still as little as $30,000, 30 US thousand dollars. Ouch, a mosquito bit me. Where did I put my drink? Oh, here it is. Okay. So yeah, so cheers. Thanks for coming by the channel. Thank you for joining me for some of this Jamaican sunshine, including my. Thank you very much. Hi. Like my lipstick. It's electric. This lipstick. This lipstick is perfect. This is the latest look, ladies or gentlemen, whoever, some of you guys are interested in lipsticks. But anyway, it's a great lipstick. It's a matte. And of course, that means no smudging, no, lipstick all over your clothes or on your face and stuff like that. So mattes, bright electric mattes are in, whether they're on the reds or the pinks or the blue or the purple or the green lips even. Bright orange lips. Summertime is coming, so ladies, get ready with pops of color. Okay, get ready for pops of color or with pops of colors. Definitely, okay? All right, so like the colors you see, purples, yellows, red, orange, blue, green, light blues, all of that. This is the time of the year. And the fabrics, okay? Make sure, I don't know what's up with Temu selling all of these knits. Jamaica's not the place for the knits, for the pastel knits or the white knits. No, it's never cold enough here for the knits. So don't expect to shop in Jamaica unless you're going into Kingston and you're finding some specialty boutiques, or maybe here in the Grill you'll find some specialty boutique stores that that are really nice. I don't know of any in Kingston at this time, but in who's that over there in my lot? Maybe somebody's gonna burn for me. But over in here in the Grill, over on West End Road at LTU Bar, they have a great boutique shop there. And then they have the Makers Market on Beach Road, downtown the Grill. Few things there, some African-inspired things, but for the most part, you want to wear your linens and stick to your cotton clothing here in the Caribbean. All right, so make sure you hit the subscribe bell. Make sure you tap on the notifications bell so that you know when I'm going live. Today, I also want to talk quickly about the month of May being Mental Health Awareness Month. And how I think it's just really, and I'll just say a few brief things about mental health awareness. There's always a helpline available in your area. Wherever you are in the world, there's always a helpline that you can dial from wherever you are. It's usually just 3 numbers, like 119 or 911 or 311 or something like that, 211, 111. But wherever you are in the world, always know where you can get help online, okay? I don't care who you are, where you're at, make sure you know where you can get help if you're in a crisis situation, whether it's a mental health crisis, whether it's a safety crisis situation. Just know that you can always get help and know that number, know what that number is, okay? So there are people available on these lines to refer you to other lines. So if you need some support, if you're having a mental health crisis and you just need someone to talk with, or you need to have a referral to a psychiatrist or something like that, then, you'll be ready, all right? All you can do is just prepare yourself. That's it. Prepare yourself for times that are tough. It helps to have friends around, support groups or neighbors. I have great neighbors. I know where the local church is. I know some emergency numbers. And then, I pray. I do have my own, internal thermometer to let me know when I need to just be quiet and pray and receive receive God's um, guidance, you know. I need to listen to my heart and my intuition. Sometimes that's good guidance. Behavioral health is important too. Before you can, maybe not before, but while you're checking out your mental health and wellness, or while you're doing something for your mental, make sure that your actions will reciprocate or boomerang back to you in a positive way. In other words, what you give is what you get. You know, if you're a hurt person, you're going to hurt others. If you don't know any better, I mean, if you are aware of what you're doing, what you're saying, and you are analyzing yourself, judging yourself, checking yourself, looking at yourself, focusing on you, yourself, and your actions, being responsible for your actions, practicing good behavior. And, you know, we know what that is. A lot of us from the States, you know, got that in school all day, every day. Good behavior, good behavior, good behavior. You know, be a good slave. I'm laughing now, but, you know, I'm really not laughing. I mean, we got enough training on how to be good and what good behavior is considered. But who are we to judge? Who are we to judge? So if you get a party invitation that says, you know, that the requirements for the party is good behavior, lots of ways you can take that. Lots of ways you can take that. If you go into that party, just pay attention to the others around you. If you get an invitation like that. What? You don't need to pay attention to yourself? I know that's not what you're thinking. Also, pay attention to yourself. Be responsible for yourself. Make sure your words are nice. Make sure you're not using your hands. Make sure you're not raising your voice. Make sure you're not, you know, being inappropriate. You know, what one person considers inappropriate may not be inappropriate to another. We all have come from different places, and we all do not need to judge others. That is bad behavior. Gossiping is bad behavior because you really don't know. So, you know, let us all just be responsible for ourselves. Practice the best practices. You know, be mindful. Be careful with your words and be in your actions. Be considerate of others. Be not so aggressive. Be, you know, be discerning, discernment. You know, examine the environment, examine where you're at, you know, with others and what's going on and how people are going, you know, with the tempo or the speed or the temperament. Okay, so your behavioral health is just as important as your mental health, okay? Those two, to me, belong together. How are you behaving? Your behavior elicits a response, okay? There are consequences for our behavior. So just make sure you're being your best, okay? And if you need to apologize, if you need to ask for permission, don't be afraid to do those things, all right? And take care of yourselves along the way, you guys. Make sure that you're having some fun like me up here on the rooftop of the cliffs of West End Grill, Jamaica. It's Alicia Mayo, CEO and founder of Clari-T Media. Clari-T Media is all about human stories and grassroots solutions because out of chaos comes clarity. You know, if we all just do the work, learn, listen, and reset sometimes, do our best, and behave well, and check our own mental health and wellness, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. All right. God bless you all. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm just about 25 subscribers away from 1,000. Then we can celebrate, have a big party, and do a lot more on this channel. I appreciate all of you so much for being so patient with me. It's been a while since I've been on. I've just been relaxing, taking a break, trying to figure out my builds and my love life and my family life and my life here in the Grill, Jamaica. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Take care, you guys, okay? All right. Okay. Bye.